Did you know that Rabindranath Tagore was the very first Indian to win any Nobel Prize in 1913? And not just that, he was the first Asian, first non-European to win a Nobel Prize in literature in 1913. And what earned him this recognition? It was a beautiful, deeply spiritual collection of 103 poems named Gitanjali. Not just that, these poems were originally written in Tagore's native language Bengali and then later were translated into English by him and by another Nobel Award winning poet named W.B. Yeats. It was like coming together of East and West, coming together of two giants of the literary world. W.B. Yeats himself wrote that he fell completely in love with these poems. In fact, he wrote that when he was reading these poems, the manuscript in public places, in restaurants, in trains, very often he had to stop because he could feel the tears welling up in his eyes and he did not want to cry in public. It is also personal to me because Gitanjali is my mother's name. My grandfather named my mother after this collection of poems from Rabindranath Tagore. Interesting, right? The poem that I bring to you today is of course from this collection, and the reason it's special is because it asks a question that probably we all have asked ourselves at some point in time. When life seems ordinary, random, lost, are we at that time alone or not? So what are we waiting for? Let's begin. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Stuti, that is YOLO, and you're watching
The Stuti Show. Pretend to say more than they seem.
I'm not going to read out the whole poem for you today because that's something you can anyways do in Google. But instead, what I'll do is I'll try and uncover the beautiful meaning that is hidden under Rabindranath Tagore's words. So let's dive right into it. This is poem number 43. It begins, "The day was when I did not keep myself in readiness for thee, and entering my heart unbidden." What Tagore says is that I was not spiritually ready to meet God. I was just leading an ordinary life, ordinary conversations, chance meetings. But only after many years passed and he looked back, he realized that it was not all an accident. God had left his signature in most of his fleeting moments. And isn't life like that? Because when it is happening, we feel it's all random. The flight that just got delayed, the rejection that we got, the person who suddenly entered our lives. But only after years pass and we look back and try connecting the dots do we realize that it was almost perfectly designed for us. The next few lines. "Thou did not turn in contempt from my childish play among dust." The childish play amongst dust, it refers to our worldly life, chasing money, career, status, recognition. Tagore says that while he was busy in these trivial things, God did not reject him. He did not have to wait to become a saint first. God did not reject him because he was not spiritually mature. And now the final beautiful lines. "The steps that I heard in my playroom are the same that are echoing from star to star." This is one of his masterpiece metaphor that Tagore has written. When I first read it, I thought that he's referring to his childhood, but no, it's not that. What he's referring to is much bigger. He says that the force that helped him throughout his childhood and adulthood is the same force that helps the stars across the sky. Perhaps that is why these poems have survived for hundreds of years. Because generation after generation, we understood one thing, that we don't understand life as it is. We understand it only when we look back and join the dots. Exactly. So the next time life feels a little uncertain, don't go around looking for all the answers. Instead, just have faith. Faith that sometimes the hidden blessings of today can be understood only tomorrow. And that's also the crux of Tagore's poem. Trust the signature even before you can read it. Thank you so much for listening to me. And if you enjoyed such classics and also stories from across the world that help us understand life a little better, then do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much once again for watching. I'll meet you with a new story. Thank you so much. Bye.